Hi everyone, hope you're all well and that you've had a great week at school and that you've really enjoyed the sunshine and been able to get outside. Today in Kingdom Kids, we are thinking about a special friend of God's called Moses, a man called Moses. There's Moses there, okay? He looks very happy.
He looks very funny.
Does he? Moses lived a long time ago. Way back in the Bible times.
Yeah.
God made Moses a leader for his special people, and those people were called the Israelites. Moses and the people lived in a place called Egypt. Now you've maybe heard of Egypt as it's a very famous place as it has pyramids in it. So that's where Moses and the Israelites lived. God's people had a really difficult time when they lived here. They were very sad. They had to work really hard and they weren't treated well by the other people who lived in Egypt. So God rescued them because he loved his people, and Moses, who was their leader, led them out of that place. Christina is going to tell us a bit more about that part in the story next week. But back to our story today. God's people escaped from Egypt and they went into the desert where it was very dry and dusty. And that's where our story today is set. Now we're going to have a wee break from our story and we're going to have a wee think about something to do with our story. Today's story is really about rules, and we all have rules. We have rules in school, we have rules at home, and there's lots of rules at the minute. Don't we have to wash our hands lots, Benjamin?
Yeah.
Yeah? And we'll have to try our best to stay away from people as well. Yesterday we had a birthday in our house. It was Benjamin's daddy's birthday, wasn't it, Benjamin? Yeah. And we went out for dinner last night to Little Wing, to the pizza restaurant. And even when we went to Little Wing, we got this little sheet of rules whenever we arrived. And these were rules, and they told us what we were supposed to do when we were in the restaurant. And we had to follow the rules while we were there. Okay, Benjamin, do you want to pick a sweetie from this lovely sweetie box?
Yeah.
Okay, you pick one sweetie. And don't eat it, okay? Just pick one out.
That one's there.
One of those?
No.
No, okay.
That one's just there.
That's okay. You pick.
Okay.
Okay, you pick a sweetie. Which sweetie? Pick
Jelly
one.
bean.
A jelly bean. Okay, now don't eat it. A blue jelly bean. Thank you. Okay, set it there. Now sit back down your bottom. Okay. So this is a lovely blue jelly bean, okay? But if you don't eat that, sweetie, okay? You're not allowed to eat that, sweetie. But I'm going to count to 20, okay? And if you don't eat the sweetie, then you can pick 3 sweets, okay? So don't eat that sweetie. And I'm going to count to 20. And then if you don't eat it, you can pick 3 sweeties from this lovely box, okay?
Yay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go away and I'm going to count to 20 and then I'll come back and see. Okay, 20, don't...
Bye-bye.
Okay, ready?
Oh, where Mommy go? Mama just stand here.
Well, did you eat the sweetie?
No.
Good boy. Okay, now you can pick 3 because you were a good boy and you followed the rules of the game. Well done. One. Okay, and one more. Oh. Okay, give it to Mommy. Okay, pick one more.
The big one.
Okay.
Good
boy. Well done, Benjamin. Let's hear a little more now about our story. You listening, Benjamin? Yeah? And about how God gave his people some rules. So are you listening? Turn around. So there they all were. Grannies, granddads, babies, uncles, aunties, children, mums and dads, out in the middle of the desert. They had blisters on their feet from all the walking. They were really hungry and really thirsty. And they were so hot because the sun was so bright. It was shining so brightly it made them feel so hot. We don't like it, they said, and it stinks. God's people still weren't happy, even though he had brought them out of Egypt where they weren't treated well. God doesn't want us to be happy, they said, but they didn't really know but God very well at all, did they? Sit down, Benjamin. Every day of their journey, God kept on showing his people how well he would look after them if they would trust him and obey him. When they were hungry, God made food fall from heaven, from the sky. Bread. Wasn't that amazing? God was looking after his people. And when they were thirsty, God made water flow out of a rock to give them something to drink. But even though God did all of this, his children still didn't trust him. They thought they could do a better job of looking after themselves and making themselves happy. Sit down, Benjamin. But there was no such thing as happiness without God. So God led them up a tall... What's this, Benjamin?
I don't know.
Come and sit down. God led his people up a tall mountain.
Up a
Yeah.
tall mountain up high.
Yeah, up really high, way up into the clouds. Yeah,
Up right up into the sky.
up into the sky, that's right. And he wanted to talk to his people and tell them what he was like. He wanted to help them know him better and tell them about the special land he was going to give them. The whole earth belongs to me, said God, but I have chosen you as my special family. And I want you to live in a way that shows everyone else what I'm like so they can know me too. God called Moses up the mountain to talk to him. A thick cloud fell over the mountain and lightning crackled in the sky. And God gave Moses 10 rules. 10 rules, just like we were talking about before. These are called commandments and you can read about them in the Bible. God said, I want you to love me more than anything else in all the world and know that I love you too. He gave them rules like, don't make yourselves pretend gods, don't kill people or steal or lie. The rules showed God's people how to live and how to be close to him and how to be happy. They showed how life works best. God promises to always look after you, Moses said. Will you love him and keep these rules? We can do it. Yes, we promise. But over time, the people couldn't follow all the rules. Only one person could keep the rules, and that was Jesus, and he was going to come many years later to stand in their place and be perfect for them. You see, rules are really important, and sometimes we can think rules are a bit boring. Maybe in school we're like, oh, rolling our eyes if our teachers are always telling us the rules and telling us off for not following the rules.
No.
But rules are important for us all to live together, so next time someone's talking to you about rules, you listen carefully and you remember the story about Moses and the Israelites and how God gave these special people rules to help them live well together and to help them love and care for one another. Thanks for listening. Hope you're all well, and we hope to see you really soon.